I'm Garnoo, a musician and producer from Transylvania, and over the past few months I've been on a journey to find unique sounds and cool ways to capture them. Going down the rabbit hole, I stumbled upon Jim Gill's YouTube channel and got really inspired by his quest to find out where guitar tone comes from. Over the years I've recorded guitars using real tube amps with real cabinets and real microphones, and I've also recorded guitars using digital emulations of tube amps with digital emulations of cabinets and digital emulations of microphones, and all of that worked great, usually. But both of these methods have their issues. Real gear limits you to whatever you can buy, rent or borrow, and if neither of those things can get you the tone you are looking for, you have to either compromise your vision and work with what you have, or try your luck in the digital realm. Digital gear, on the other hand, is fairly affordable and offers a huge range of options. You can pretty much get any amp, cabinet and microphone combination you've ever heard of and spend the rest of your life trying them all out. But everyone has access to this stuff. And if you happen to stumble upon an amazing sounding plugin, you can bet that somebody else has also stumbled upon the same plugin, and while you are free to use it whenever you want, you cannot really claim it as your own sound. So in my quest to find unique sounds, I started asking myself if there was a way to get the best of both worlds. Now, I'm just a musician, I don't know much about technical stuff, but those guys do. And a host of other amazing people who put in the work to find out where tone truly comes from, so I didn't have to. I highly recommend checking out their videos if you wanna go down that rabbit hole, but for the purpose of this video, I'm going to do a quick summary. By far the most important element in the chain is the speaker and the cabinet construction, followed by the microphone, the amp, and lastly, the guitar. The speaker is usually made out of cellulose, and cellulose is a highly inconsistent material, which means that no two speakers will sound identical. Here we have our unique factor. Now, I don't have a bunch of speakers to choose from, but I do have this Vox 4x12 cabinet, which sounds pretty cool, and a bit of spare money to invest in a new speaker. So I did some research to find out what people usually use for their metal guitar tones, which turned out to be the Celestion Vintage 30, and I did what any person looking to get a unique sound would do. I steered away from it and bought myself an Eminence DV77. For the microphone, I'm lucky enough to have gathered a fair amount of those over the years, so that's not going to be a problem. And that leaves us with only the amp and guitar left to figure out. The amp can easily be reproduced by a bunch of pedals and clever wiring as seen in Jim's video. Now, I don't have a tackle box that can emulate the sound of different amps with the flick of a switch, but I do have this Line6 Helix box that can emulate the sound of different amps at the press of a button. I'll use this as a pedal board and preamp, and to power the cabinet I'll use this EVH5150. This setup allows me to mix and match pretty accurate emulations of different heads and pedals, but in a much faster and easier way than actually getting the real thing, all while preserving the most unique elements of recording analog gear in the speaker, cabinet and microphone department. As for the guitar, well, I guess I'll just take one from here.